Long, long ago, in a quiet old town, there was a beautiful green farm surrounded by wide fields and tall trees. In the morning, the sun would rise gently over the hills and the farm would glow in a golden light. Many animals lived together goats, sheep, cows, strong white oxen, and fluffy rabbits, and a large group of busy chickens. The farm was peaceful, the animals walked freely, shared space, ate fresh grass and greens, and enjoyed the calm life together. Everyone had their own work to do. The cows gave milk, the hen laid eggs, the goat nibbled some plant, and the rabbits hopped playfully through the fields. Among them lived a lovely white kitty named White. White had soft snow white fur, bright eyes, and a gentle, innocent face. She was playful, friendly, and full of energy. She loved to explore the farm. In the morning, she would stretch in the sunlight, then run happily across the field. Sometimes she played tag with the rabbits, other times she followed the goats around curiously. She even liked resting beside the calm cows and listening to their slow, peaceful breathing. All the animals liked White. She was polite and cheerful. She never bothered anyone and she always tried to be kind. But there was one group that struggled with the chickens. Whenever White walked past the chicken, something inside her changed. Her natural instincts woke up. Her eyes would focus, her paws would become still, and her heart would beat faster. It was not that she wanted to be mean, it was simply her hunting instinct. But she never attacked them. Instead, she would close her eyes for a moment and whisper to herself, "No, I can control this." The chicken, however, did not understand what was happening in her heart. All they saw was a cat looking at them in a way they made them nervous. Every time White passed by, they clucked in fear and quickly hide. Days passed, weeks passed. White kept controlling herself every single day, but the chickens grew more frightened as time went on. They avoided her completely. They whispered among themselves, "What if one day she cannot control herself?" The farm slowly felt divided. The other animals noticed the tension, but no one knew how to fix it. One afternoon, when the sky was soft and orange, the bravest hen on the farm made a decision. She was tired of living in fear. She gathered her courage and slowly walked toward White, who was sitting quietly under a tree. White looked surprised. The hen spoke gently, though her voice trembled. "White, we see that where you are kind to everyone. You play with the goats and rest with the cows, but we are always scared. We don't want to live in fear anymore. Can we try to understand each other?" White lowered her head. For the first time, she truly saw how afraid chicken were. She felt a little sad. "I never wanted to hurt you," White said softly. "Yes, I feel an instinct when I see you. I can't lie about that. But every day I choose not to act on it. I want to be good. I want peace." The hen looked at her carefully. Then maybe she said, "We can try to trust each other." Slowly, that evening something changed. White made a promise not just by chicken but to herself. She would prove that she can be stronger than her instinct. True strength, she realized, was not about chasing or hunting, it was about self control. The next few days were not easy. When she felt the instincts rising, she would walk away. Sometimes she would sit far from the chickens and focus on something else. The other animals noticed her effort. Little by little, the chickens began to feel safer. They stopped hiding, they started walking past her without running. One day, a tiny chicken even stood near her without fear. White smiled gently and stayed perfectly still. Trust was growing. Soon the farm returned to its peaceful rhythm. The animals laughed, played together again. The chickens no longer whispered in fear. White no longer felt alone in her struggle. She had learned an important lesson. Being kind is not always easy. Sometimes it means fighting with your own nature. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is control yourself. From that day forward, the farm was not just a place of harmony, it was a place of understanding. And White, the little white kitty, became known not just for her beauty, not for her strength, but for her heart.
Do subscribe my channel and like and share with your friends.